say?
It's about Black Panther.
Oh, about Black Panther. Okay, go ahead. That's a good thing. We ain't talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So Black Panther died and he had cancer.
Mm. So you want to do the Wakanda salute thing?
What?
You want to do the Wakanda thing? Come on, I'll do it with you. There you go. Alright, get out of here.
Can we watch a movie later?
We can watch a movie later, of course.
I just set the stuff up.
But you have to go to bed too, because you do have school in the morning. But yeah, that's another thing. Chadwick
Boseman passing.
That was super surprising.
Yeah, it was very surprising. Also, apparently he had did a video not too long before, and he was visibly
It was April.
Oh, okay.
It was
and he was visibly skinny, and people were calling him crack,
taunting him and saying
like
things about his weight.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally thought he was doing it for a role. You know, Christian Bale's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other person that's...
It just reminds you not to be too quick
50 Cent
to
did
judge.
it. Remember 50 Cent did it?
People thought he was dying. Don't be too quick to judge, man, because you say things and then somebody passes away. You can't take that stuff back, man.
Yeah, that was bad. Like,
and I'm not saying that I wouldn't have said it if I had saw the video when it happened. I didn't see the video when it happened.
I mean, I always followed him on IG.
I saw it later, so...
No, I always followed him on IG. I was like, oh, what type of role is he doing? You know what I mean?
We just need to be careful, about... we need to be careful about everything we do, period. You know what I mean? Like, there's consequences to everything, obviously, but, that's a shame that people, ridiculed that brother and tried to make fun of him, and he was actually sick. And it was something he never had to tell the people that he was sick. Yeah.
I know I'm off camera, but the fact that this dude made 4 or 5 pretty fucking amazing movies while having this cancer.
Good actor.
Like, how,
Yeah.
shows inner strength beyond anything that you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
Beyond the Black Panther role.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's some superhero shit all in itself.
Mm-hmm.
That you filmed 4 movies, which are grueling movies. I've shot a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 5 seconds that I was in Dead Poets Society literally took 18 hours to film.
Yeah.
We were there from 4 in the morning till I don't even remember, 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't imagine what these dudes go through. And you have colon cancer, stage 4 colon cancer. That's fucking... he should be remembered as a superhero in real life. Fuck the Black Panther part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just did that...
Yeah, he has a posthumous movie coming up.
No, and he did that Spike Lee movie that was on Netflix, The Four Bloods. Yeah, which I didn't think that was the greatest movie in the world, but, he was the best actor in that. He was an excellent actor. No doubt about it. Yeah, Vanilla Gorilla was actually in that movie. It's hard to make him out, but he showed me where he was in it. That movie was filmed in Delaware. I don't know if you knew that or not. Fred, you might have known that. But yep. I have not been in the movie. If I have, I don't know anything about it, and somebody owes me money, and I want my shit right now. But, yeah, we just waiting for Vanilla Gorilla to come back. But, yeah, Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, man. Definitely, one thing I respected about him is he said he didn't want to play any roles that made black people look like savages or criminals or anything like that. I think I heard somewhere that his first role was something like that, and he decided he wasn't going to do anything like that anymore. So, shout out to him, rest in peace. Definitely will be missed. Black Panther 2, when they come out with it, doesn't matter who they put in his place. They're not going to replace him. They're going to have to come up with a whole story about why there's a new Black Panther in my mind.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think one of 2 things should happen. And these are both off the internet, so it's not my original idea. This, sir. It's not an original idea.
Thank you.
But Shuri, his sister in the movie, obviously become Black Panther. Because the idea behind that was Chadwick or T'Challa, or whatever you want to call him, has been a role model for an infinite number of young black children, well, boys. So maybe Shuri could be that for young black girls.
Or you could make Lupita Nyong'o Black Panther and put her in a skin tight suit. That'll work.
Or
for me. I don't know about y'all.
Thanos' snap was after this, and maybe Killmonger comes back because of the Thanos.
Somebody had came up with that, and
that's what I said. I've seen both of those ideas on the internet that Killmonger comes back because of the snap, and Killmonger becomes. It'd be a good thing for Michael B. Jordan to pay tribute to.
Yeah, but it'd be hard too because remember in the last Avengers movie when everybody came back, that Black Panther Chadwick Boseman came back, or did he have the mask on the whole time?
I don't see. The bad and good thing about time travel is you can almost do anything.
Yeah.
Time travel and magic, you can almost explain away everything. You can almost do pretty much anything. So I don't know how exactly they would explain it, but it's always explainable with time travel and magic. So I think it's possible. I don't think that they should not make a Black Panther 2. I've heard that as well. Like, just don't make any more Black Panthers. I don't think that is something that would do the character justice. I think explaining why T'Challa is not Black Panther anymore would be harder. Maybe he got sent to an off-world mission for the Avengers, and they need somebody to sit in for him and worry about explaining it later. You know, something like that, maybe.
You gotta remember, it's been obviously several Black Panthers because his father was, you know.
But maybe not kill him off, and just the worst thing you could do is have somebody else play T'Challa. T'Challa's got to be gone one way or the other.
Right.
You can't replace the actor with somebody that looks like, I don't know if you're old enough to remember Coy and Vance Duke that they used to replace Luke and Bo back in the early 80s. Contract shit.
Wait a minute, what are you talking
about? I'm talking about Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh.
So, Dukes of Hazzard, one of my most all-time favorite shows. You can say whatever you want. But
I never watched that shit.
Dukes of Hazzard had a black sheriff, Chickasaw County. I don't care how redneck you say they were rednecks, but they didn't pretend like black people weren't important. They didn't pretend like black people didn't exist. And
I don't know nothing about the show.
Well, the sheriff of Chickasaw County was a black dude. So, position of power.
Who was the guy in the white hat? That's the only person.
Boss Hogg.
He wasn't the sheriff?
Boss Hogg was like kind of like the mayor-ish. And then Roscoe was the sheriff in Hazard County. And then he had two deputies, Cletus and Enos. But anyway, so there was a contractual dispute. And Bo and Luke, the original two Duke boys, they replaced them for like a season, I think, with Coy and Vance Duke, which were supposedly their cousins from somewhere else. And those were like the worst episodes of Dukes of Hazzard. Sanford and Son got away with a contractual dispute with Red Fox.
Okay. Yeah, because they ran it with just
Grady, like Fred was in St. Louis and Grady
was living at the home.
Right.
Yeah,
so they didn't try to replace him, but just imagine if they replaced Red Fox with somebody else's person. Exactly. That's exactly it. That's
well, that's what I was
saying.
When you left off camera. I was like, you can't replace Chadwick Boseman. Right. It don't matter who you put in there.
You can't say this dude's T'Challa because he looks similar or whatever. Like, no, you just can't do it. That was awesome, the way they explained Fred, that he went back to St. Louis and visiting like his family in St. Louis. And the Brady episodes were pretty good.
Yeah, I never felt like Sanford and Son missed a beat.
I did.
That's one of my favorite older shows.
The Sanford Arms.
The what?
Sanford Arms. Like 77-ish. But remember when...
The one when they broke off and just...
They had the white redneck dude living with Fred and instead of a junkyard, it became a hotel.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like that was, you pushed it too far. Yeah. Every show pushes things too far sometimes. Cosby Show pushed it too far when they brought in Olivia and the cousin, and took away the actual.
I remember Olivia. What do you mean?
The cousin was the girl that was on In Living Sin. Yeah, there was no more like Denise, Theo, Rudy.
Well, Denise.
It was just.
Lisa Bonet left a long time before.
She left like within the first 2 seasons. She came back eventually with the husband that was in the Navy. But yeah, so it went to where there was a cousin living there, and then Raven Simone, obviously. And it was literally just Cliff, Claire, Raven Simone, and his cousin. So it took away, and I think...
He said Maxine from
Maxine,
okay.
right. Yeah, in Living Color.
Yeah,
and she's kind of like an overactor. She's kind of like a, she reminded me of Tiffany Haddish, or Tiffany Haddish reminds me of her. Overacting all the time, the same character in every movie.
You know, I gotta be honest with you. I don't think Tiffany Haddish is acting in anything. I think that's her personality in real life, man.
And it's this, but it's every movie.
Yeah, it's the same.
Right? Like
yeah,
she has
no,
no acting range because
yeah.
that's how she is. So it's, to me, it's overacting in the roles because she's not acting. Like, that's just you. You're just being you on camera as this character. So to me, that's overacting. I hate.
You know, she cut all her hair off.
Yes, I saw that on Vlad.
She's supposedly dating Common as well.
I hate. Common was dating.
Common dated a lot of.
Common was dating Angela Rock, who's a political person.
I don't know, shit.
He may not be now, but you know, I think maybe like 5-10 years ago, I posted like a meme on Facebook of who do you most resemble, and they said Common.
For you?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's what I said. I was like, what the hell? I think I got Common was the most, and then Marlon Wayans. I was like, what the fuck? Like, the dude is like skinny as shit.
I know who I would get. There's 2 people. I don't want to say this with this motherfucker watching, but I'm going to say it. George Foreman.
I wouldn't say.
And my wife says I look like Michael Strahan, which I don't see that at all. The football player.
Yeah, I see Michael Strahan. It's not with the teeth.
Come on.
I see Michael Strahan way more than George Foreman.
See, that's what I ain't want to say.
If
If you look at my nose and my smile, I think it looks just like George.
No, that's Michael Strahan. Christine is right. Christine, you're right. All you gotta do for Halloween is paint some black shit and make a gap. That's Michael Strahan. What is his number? 92.
Yeah. That's pretty good, man.
I know that's not bad for me.
That's pretty good. But I think on that note,
You don't have the lisp either, so.
did we have anything else we need to cover?
I mean, we can do it in the next podcast. We just was kind of rambling. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So, all right, y'all. So not next week, but the week after, we're going to try to get this shock trivia thing going. So, Fred, get your questions together.
Everybody get your questions.
Yeah, everybody gets, but Fred's the only one on right now. But yeah, everybody get your.
You got YouTube too.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody get your
You
questions.
got remember doing YouTube too.
On YouTube, just leave a comment. You can leave the comment now. We'll write the question down and make sure that we do it, and we are going to shock the shit out of each other. So hopefully we shock y'all too, and y'all tell your friends and get them to subscribe, hit the bell notification.
Because once we hit 100, we're going to go live.
Tongue piercing.
And I'll do the tongue piercing.
Yeah,
I don't know that I'll keep it in for very long. I'm not going to take it out within weeks.
Just doing the piercing is good enough. And also, we do want to do the tipsy episode. That'll be 300.
200. Do something every 100 episodes.
So every 100 we'll do something more special than, the stuff we're already doing. So
every 50 we'll do something weird, like maybe after 100, at 150 we'll maybe do the gummy bear challenge and just stuff like that. It sucks so bad that shit's expensive. Like, I want to do the one chip challenge as well.
Did you ever go up to? I'm sorry, folks.
I did not go to Cabela's.
Okay. So Cabela's apparently now. Lori, what's going on? Cabela's apparently has a hot sauce section where their actual diner used to be the one in Delaware. I'm sorry, folks. The diner used to be there. They sold different game meats and everything, but of course with the COVID, they shut that down. So now they have a bunch of different hot sauces there. I don't believe that we're even going to waste our time and try to get them because we don't believe they're hot. We believe that.
At the King of Prussia Mall, I think I showed you, they have an entire hot sauce store. Mm. And maybe we can travel up there and film.
Film going up there.
Let's film a travel thing. I definitely want to go back to the range at some point.
Yeah, and I still want to go to the Jay and Silent Bob thing. We're going to go to a couple
Secret
like
Stash.
old school toy stores, comic book stores, and everything, and try to see if we can, film there, talk about the store a little bit, and kind of talk about things, toys from our childhood because we're around the same age, that we used to love and why it meant so much to us.
Yeah, because before COVID, we planned to go to the Wizard World in Philadelphia comic book show, which got canceled, obviously. Mm-hmm. But we were going to go there. I think Mark was going to bring his son. I was going to bring Celina. Mm-hmm. Have you been to a comic book show?
I've been to Comic-Con in New York one time. Okay. Now, let me tell you why it meant so much to me. Okay. I used to be a huge wrestling fan back in the day. Okay. So they had a bunch of wrestlers there. Huh?
So you're not a wrestling fan?
No, wrestling now.
Not a fan of today's wrestling.
No, I'm still a fan of old school wrestling.
That's where I was going with it.
If you put something on the TV right now, you know what I do a lot? Sometimes when I'm driving down the road, I'll listen to these, they call them shoot interviews.
Yes.
Yeah, of old school wrestlers.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter how many times.
To Kevin, what's the dude? Kevin Anderson that used to be in the.
I know Bruce Pritchard has one.
Kevin Anderson. Remember him? He was in WCW. He had like the dark whatever. They were the ones that.
Kevin Sullivan?
Kevin Sullivan, yes.
Okay,
Kevin Sullivan. Listen to Kevin Sullivan. I watch a lot of shoots on Andre the Giant. Mm-hmm. He was my favorite wrestler. Hands down, old school. But yeah, go ahead. I'll talk about
So, we got there and there was supposed to be a lot of wrestlers there. I didn't even know who was going to be there. But, I saw Sergeant Slaughter. I'll never forget this. I walked up to him. And, I don't know the guy, so I wasn't going to say, hey, Sergeant Slaughter. I said, no, I did actually say to him, Sergeant Slaughter. I said, Sergeant Slaughter. He looked at me. I said, can I take a picture of you? He said, go ahead. And he turned around. And his PR guy was like, oh, you can take a picture of him from there for free. But if you want to take a picture with the man, you got to pay $30. I said, he ain't worth the $30. Because I didn't like the way he told me to take the picture and turn around. If he wanted me to buy the picture, he could have just said, hey, you got to get in line and buy the picture. I'd have been like, oh, okay. And
or even something along the lines of, yo, look, dude, this is how I make my living now.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't even got to do all that. I'm just asking, can I take a picture of you? Go ahead and you turn around. So I was like, all right. So,
but I say that to say, we figure that these guys were on TV, they were famous,
and
so they have money.
Right.
And that's not the case with these guys.
Not with all of them, no.
And you don't think about that when you're going to these comic book shows like that. Taking that picture and giving them that $20, $30, that's their livelihood now.
But hold on. So I turn the corner.
I've heard this story.
Yeah. And I see Jim Duggan in The $1 Million Man. Now, I'm really excited about Jim Duggan, and I'm excited about The $1 Million Man too, but I'm more excited about Jim. Mm-hmm. But when I thought about the picture, I'm like, I thought it would be cooler to take a picture with The $1 Million Man because he had the $1 million belt. Mm-hmm. So I go over.
Which Stone Cold had also.
And I said, Mr. DiBiase, and he looks up at me, and I said, can I take a picture with you? And he looked confused, and he was getting ready to say something. His PR guy said, oh, the line starts there. I said, oh, I didn't see the line. So I get in line. When I come up and I'm next, I go over to Jim Duggan first. He says, hey, buddy, as soon as he looks at me, big smile. I say, hey, Mr. Duggan, went to shake his hand. His hand wasn't so much long as it was fat and big. It felt like a brick. And I shook his hand. I said, Mr. Duggan, I've been watching you since UWF. He said, UWF? That was the beginning of my career. I said, yeah, I'm old. So, he just seemed so down there. Then I went over to the $1 Million Man, and quietly he kind of says, hey, what's your name? I said, Mark. He stuck his hand out and said, thank you for taking this picture with me. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget how humble he was. And I said, no problem. Thank you for taking it with me, And
Well, you remember he became a born again Christian.
Yes. And he put the belt on my shoulder, and he was like, "You want to take the picture like this?" I said, "Sure." So we took the picture. I'll try to put it up actually in the on the YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Took the picture, and it's funny because I sent it to a buddy of mine that I'm friends with through the PlayStation Network from the UK, and he, in his English accent, he was like, "Oh, you look proper happy," and such and such a thing. Which I was, man. Just the fact. First of all, I like meeting good
You don't
people.
get to meet somebody that you've seen on TV very often.
Not very often, no. Listen. It's funny because I met a basketball player who's actually related to my brother.
Irvin.
Yeah, Irvin Johnson, and he was real humble and real cool. And he's 6'11". I don't know if you ever looked up at somebody 6'11". It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
It's a lot weird.
Yeah, and he was just a very nice guy. Anything I asked him, he answered. And the crazy thing was, I didn't ask him, this about you.
Yeah.
I started asking about other players. I was like, I met Jerry Stackhouse one time. He seemed like he was a jerk. What did you... Oh, he seemed okay to me. I didn't really know him like that. You know what I mean? Like, I started rambling on.
And that can go, like, really, really bad, though. Like, dude, like, I'm Irvin Johnson. I played for the Seattle Supersonics for years. Why the fuck are you asking me about
he
other
didn't
people?
do none of that.
No, I'm saying, but ego-wise, that can go bad.
Oh, think if it was
And the
Gary
funny thing
Payton.
is, you met Jerry Stackhouse. I played against Jerry Stackhouse.
Yeah.
I think I told you that when I was in Carabel, we played Oak Hill Academy in a basketball tournament.
How did he seem to you though? Like,
I mean, we're on.
you didn't
court.
really, yeah.
Like I didn't play very much, I guess. But I mean, I was just watching this dude play. He was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
he was pretty good.
But let me
They
tell
beat us
you.
by like 50 points.
Let me tell you what my issue with Jerry was, and it might have not even been his fault. In all fairness, they announced the Sixers when John Lucas was the coach. If you remember that, they was at UAD doing their practices. Okay, so I go down to UAD, and I was with this girl.
University of Delaware, for those that are.
Oh yeah, University of Delaware. I'm sorry, and I'm with this girl. We're sitting there, and on the announcement, the announcer's like, after the practice, Jerry Stackhouse would be signing autographs. Specifically, Jerry Stackhouse.
Mm-hmm.
That practice was over. Everybody shot at Jerry Stackhouse. Jerry turned around and walked out the gym. Didn't sign one autograph. And I'll never forget that because that was my opportunity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's your one.
I was like, you know what? I will never support this dude. Period. You know what I mean? So I was like, I never denied that Jerry could play ball. You know what I mean?
He was good. I don't think you can consider him a great. I don't think Jerry ever even made the All-Star team.
I'm not sure if he did or not.
I don't think he did. I know recently he's claimed he was the best player on the team with
the Sixers team,
Jordan and the Wizards. He was upset that so much of the plays ran through Jordan instead of him that year that they played together on the Wizards. Yeah, he said that.
Okay, Jerry.
But I know Jordan, like when Jerry was at North Carolina and Jordan was more in his prime, I know Jordan killed him in one-on-ones because Jordan would always go back in the summer and Jordan literally lit his ass
You
up.
already know Jordan got that ego and he was going to play everybody, especially the ones that were considered the best.
Or, like, Stackhouse was kind of like the Jordan at North Carolina.
Yeah, at that time.
And then Vince Carter was the Jordan.
Which one was with Stackhouse? Was it Rasheed Wallace? Or was that Vince Carter and Rasheed Wallace? So who was with Vince? Oh, Antoine Jameson was with Vince Carter.
Antoine Jameson and Vince.
Yeah.
I like that team with the Vince wasn't on.
My team was the one that won the national championship because I'm a Carolina fan. George Lynch, Eric Montross.
Nah, I like the one with like Donald Phelps.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
Wasn't that, you mean
I love
Raymond
Donald
Phelps?
No, Donald Phelps. He was number 21, he's bow-legged, dark
No, I know who you're talking about. I just keep thinking it was Phelps and
Donald Phelps was literally my favorite Carolina basketball player. I don't know why. I just would watch him and I just was like, damn, this dude is good. Like he was like almost like a Kawhi Leonard. Like he was the superstar, but you didn't know it, and he didn't like kind of stand out the way like Vince and all that. Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard.
Like it was really weird. And Donald Phelps is literally love Michael Jordan. You know that. Donald Phelps is my favorite Carolina basketball player. Weird as shit.
Yeah.
I played with a lot of those guys on Duke because I used to work at the Duke soccer camp in the summer. So I played with like Thomas Hill, Greg Newton, Johnny Dawkins. I played with.
Okay.
Johnny Dawkins. The story I always tell about him is, when this dude, he's left-handed like me. When he shot the ball, his middle finger would hit his forearm. Like that's how, like they call it a gooseneck.
Yeah.
Like what? And you could hear it. I was like, what the hell? Like you can hear when this dude shoots the ball. Like it was crazy. I played with a lot of those dudes. Grant Hill is the only dude I've ever in my life asked for an autograph from. I happened to be walking through Cameron Indoor. Grant was out there. He was doing a shoot around. Walked up to him. I was like, yo, man. You know my boy Stan Brunson. Stan was like a standout soccer player in Delaware, but he was like 6'8". Went to Christiana. Went to Duke, walked on, and probably scored like .08 points a game for the basketball team because he was terrible basketball player.
Right. But they
just
wanted
was tall.
Height. Right.
It's like, Stan. We had a conversation about Stan, and I was like, let me get your autograph, and I ended up giving it away to a girl, no less. But yeah, he's literally the only person I met.
Jerry Stackhouse ruined me asking anybody for an autograph. I don't. Listen, Dominique Wilkins could walk in here right now. That might be the only person.
I was gonna say,
might be the only
you
person.
go get his autograph.
Nah, Mike Tyson, I would ask for his autograph too. Nah, actually, I might not ask Mike nothing. I might not ask him nothing, man, because he might ruin what I think of my heroes. You know what I mean?
I think Mike Tyson would give it and give it freely and be nice about it. I've seen like videos of him on the boardwalk in LA, even with COVID, and even when he takes pictures with fans, he'll like pull his mask down so that you're not getting a picture of Mike in a mask, so you're getting a picture of actually him. And Mike's fucking high all the time, so I would ask him. I would definitely take a picture with him and ask him. But Jordan's my hero. I would not ask Michael Jordan for an autograph. I just wouldn't.
I wouldn't ask Mike for an autograph.
I wouldn't. Like, no matter how much, I would want it, I would never, because I know
how Mike is.
How he is and how he just, like, values his craft. Like, I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's just, and Mike was, funny thing, Mike was in Ocean City, like, last month. Ocean City, Maryland, at a fishing tournament.
On that note, we talked about Michael Jordan too much.
And Dominique Wilkins.
We're out of here, man. Tune in, like I said, not next week, the week after.
Week after.
We'll do on Monday.
Have some content. Try to do something. Maybe we'll do. I think a good format is to start out with some type of food, drink thing, and then get into talking later. So maybe we'll do. Maybe we'll do a cheesesteak pizza. Have you ever had a cheesesteak pizza?
I can't do cheesesteak pizza right now. Unless it's on a cheat day.
You can make the podcast your cheat day.
Okay.
And we'll do a cheesesteak pizza for a cheat day for Mark. For me, I'm sort of doing keto. Sort of more low carb right now, but yeah, next podcast, let's plan on the shot caller thing. Do a cheesesteak pizza. I can't believe you never had cheesesteak pizza. And my daughter works at the place that makes it.
Yeah, I never had cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I have. Cheesesteak meat on a pizza. For some reason, I was thinking about the inverse. Yeah, I've had it, and they are good. They're really good, especially if they put the peppers on it too.
I don't do pepper. I did literally just a cheesesteak. I got the whole pizza. I was like, yeah, go fuck this whole thing up. I ate a piece. It was full. You know I can eat.
Yeah, bro.
So, maybe we'll do cheesesteak pizza. Maybe we'll eat a couple peppers.
Yeah, and remember, I ate the hot wings within the time allotted. 3 minutes you said?
Yeah, maybe you just do like Buffalo Wild Wings. Do 12 and 6. 12
12's
wings and in 6 minutes.
But see, what jammed me up with the 12 was that it's heavy. Like I get
It's a lot of chewing.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So,
No, I get it, but that's the whole point. You know, there's got to be some challenge to it.
yeah,
Like you
absolutely.
did it in less than 3 minutes. That's not a challenge at all. Even somebody that's not used to chasing the heat, Johnny Scoville, they would probably be able to do it. So that's why it was a trial run. So
But listen,
we'll bump it up. 12 wings, 6 minutes. You want to come on, like, comment.
Because we
Hit
don't
us
want
up.
y'all to think. Somebody asked me today, said, "Hey, are they hot?" Yes. Yes, they are hot. Everything we eat that we say is hot is hot. It's just a fact. If you go back and look at the earlier episodes, the first time we did the hot wing challenge, me and him both was dying. Second time we did it, we were better. The third time, we were kind of like, when we did the Buffalo Wild Wing challenge, we were like, are you serious? Like, this is...
That was more chewing. Mm-hmm. That definitely was more chewing.
I got full. Problem. It wasn't an issue with the heat.
Well, your ass ate before you ate.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the problem with that. You ate before you ate.
Like I said, I walked into Wings to Go. The guy was like, "Oh, you should try our hell sauce." I said, "Give me a spoonful."
Yeah, it was
Wings to Go. I said, "Give me a spoonful." I swallowed it. I said, "Ain't too bad." He looked at me like I was insane. You know, we built up a tolerance to it. You know what
I mean? It's like drinking alcohol, right? Like the more you drink, the higher your tolerance is going to be, and the harder it is going to get drunk. Mm-hmm. It's the same exact with capsaicin, which is the essential chemical breakdown of heat. So I think we have a high. We don't do a lot of hot stuff. But
my lips ain't got no tolerance to it because my lips were on fire. Yeah.
I caught lips and I caught the inside of my cheeks when I had mine.
Those last couple that you brought over later, they burnt a little more going down.
And that's Carolina Reaper does that. Carolina Reaper goes straight for the throat. Anybody that's ever eaten a Reaper, it goes straight for your throat, which is interesting. That's why you eat peppers. And I'm just gonna say this, but and then we'll get out of here. But sometimes you gotta go. I'm off work tomorrow, so thank goodness. But I do have to do school with this knucklehead over here. But so there's a dude, Randy Keatley from Keatley Farms. You go on his Facebook. We can order, and he will FedEx us a box of super hot peppers. Different kinds, like a mustard pod, like they're green.
The seeds are what gets you in peppers, by the way.
That is not true.
That's not true.
That is not true. So I will tell you this, and this is, like I said, I've been watching. Mm-hmm. So you know what gets you in pods is the placenta. So that white part that goes up contains all the heat. Mm-hmm. It bleeds the capsaicin oils into the rest of it. You can take all the seeds out of a pod and just eat that pod. The placenta is what's going to make it hot. I did not know that until I started watching the video. Everybody has this misconception that the seeds are what makes it hot. It's not at all. It's the placenta, which is the white part of the inside of the pepper. So, that might be an option. It is pod season right now. Maybe you can order some pods. I'm not a big fan of peppers. Do you eat raw, like green peppers, any peppers?
I like sweet peppers a whole lot, but you know, I'm not eating them right now. But yeah, I love sweet peppers. Huh?
Raw?
I don't know if they're raw or not. Like when you get a sub and get sweet peppers
right.
on it, I guess they. I don't know if they're raw. I don't know what they've done to them.
Maybe we can at least do habaneros. Habaneros would be a good start. Yeah. I don't know if we're ready for like 7 pot prima tallies and all that stuff, but it's so like 7 pot. 1 pepper is enough to ignite 7 pots of chili. That's why it's called a 7 pot. Reapers obviously are high. It's the hottest pepper in the world right now. And then this dude, Randy Keatley, he has like a bunch of mixes, like a ghost pepper mixed with a Reaper and all this. Like they're nasty as pepper. Like hot, nasty. I don't know if we're ready for all that, but
we might find out soon.
It's something we can like at least look into, like whatever. So with that, Gorilla Gang, we're done. We're out of here. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate
Gorilla
you
Gang
guys.
3421. Like, subscribe.
We'll have the hot sauce available. We'll have shirts available. Just like, subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. Something we can do better.
Suggestions
something you
welcome,
want to see,
criticisms welcome.
you want to see like a food video, you want to see whatever type of video. We're not gonna do any like really crazy stuff, but we're definitely
We're not gonna do anything
criminal, anything like. I can tell you we're not eating bull testicles or any shit like that.
No. I'm not eating no lobster. He might. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
shit. I'll get that lobster cheesesteak in. Well, I can do that on my own every deal.
Yeah, I'll eat something.
Matter of fact, me and Celina can do that as a mukbang one day. But yeah, so like, subscribe. We have a lot of stuff that we have ideas for a lot of stuff. I know Mark has his beat and track coming out. I'm interested in hearing. Hopefully we get to hear that on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm working on some new music and everything. I actually just started making some beats. I'm not perfected it yet. I have made one that I think I let a couple people hear it, and they all, I got positive feedback about it. So that's something that I'm diving into. So, once it's done, you'll be the first to know. And we'll premiere it on here when it's done.
Actually, I would challenge you. So here would be my challenge. If I get my tongue pierced on the channel, you write
Hey MJ,
a Gorilla Gang song with a beat and rap the Gorilla Gang.
Oh, I know that. For the intro, yeah, I can do it.
Not even for everybody, and then
Okay.
use it as the intro. Like a Gorilla Gang rap. What? That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So if we had our own theme song, yeah, well, I'm downloading it and putting it on my phone. Like, that would be awesome. So that'd be super exciting. Yeah, and if your boy gets a little cameo on the crack.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I remember you.
have to, yeah.
I rember you.
Oh, the Macho Man.
Macho
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Ooh yeah. So I have a bet with my old team that I would weird talent. I could change my voice. So I have a bet with my old team that I would sing a song from Frozen 2 if they got above 90%.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I would. My childhood dream was to be a voice actor in cartoons, so I always practice voices. So I'm good at the voice everything. But all right, we're out of here, people. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all are best.
Peace.
Appreciate you all. Let us know if you like what we're doing. If you don't, let us know what we can do different. Love y'all. Peace out.